Welcome back to this another live session. For the NY session coming up in few minutes. Also, we are looking to see the news announcement later today in another 1.5 hours later. And this session we are looking especially on gold and dollar yen, two currency, as well as this gold currently in a trend, and we have seen that in our previous session there was a significant breakdown on gold, followed by we can see the market potentially started again another uptrending market structure here in this market. So looking at the bigger picture here in this market to see overall direction here how the market is doing. And I'm looking at here on gold, we see that there was an unusual breakdown on gold in our previous session that we have seen. Currently the market is on a in that move on a pullback. So if we look at the overall direction in this market here on gold, we can see that there was a breakdown that we have seen in our previous session. Currently the market below the daily support level. Now from the daily perspective, we can see that gold had a very sharp breakdown from the high here, and with that breakdown, where the market is potentially be heading, that's the question, right? So we are looking at in this market for an entry for this zone here to see how the price potentially be doing in this session. Either we will see that the market is coming back again to retest the daily low, or it is going back up again to the daily high. So from the 4-hour chart that you can see, there was a very unusual breakdown here, a massive break below on the 4-hour chart, and with that breakdown the market tested the 4-hour 20 EMA, crossed the 10 EMA, and then rejected back above with a one single momentum. Now that move, is this the return of the market structure back above to the major direction of the trend, or it is just a pullback? The market has completely broken down. Let's understand it from this live session, from this analysis, as then we will be looking into the entry as soon as we find that suitable entry opportunity. Now before we look for the entry opportunity, guys, if you have any question, you can ask in the live chat. And what's your thought on gold? What's your opinion? Is the market breaking down here for a potential change of trend, or it is liquidity grab and the market to revert back again to the upside? What's your view on that? I would like to know in the live chat if you think that the market is going to go up again, or it's a change of trend. So let's start with a pool. It's a very important question because there was a very unusual breakdown on gold, and let's understand. What's your thought on gold now? Change of trend or liquidity gap? Change of trend or liquidity gap? So I have posted as a poll. If you guys think that, what's your view, you can share your thought in that area. That do you think it's gonna be changing the trend, or it's a liquidity grab and the market potentially preparing for another bounce back to the upside? Both probability we can discuss here in this live session to understand that actually what the market potentially doing here, as there was a very stronger breakdown from the top, and now it has created quite a few smaller long wick candles in that area. Is this again dropping back again to the intraday support level, or we could see the market to reject back again? This is the 5 minutes price action. We can see the price is trying to grab liquidity from the top. Now that liquidity grab, is this market again dropping to that support, or we could see a reversal pattern here and then to price reject back again to the major direction of the trend, as the market had a very very strong breakdown here to this monthly and to this daily support level. Now from the monthly, it's a bull market. We are almost nearing to the end of the month now. Also, is this the monthly pullback? As the monthly close coming in few hours, so if you look at the monthly candle, you can see with the daily close, you will see also the monthly close. Sometime before the monthly close, the market, more often, not only sometime before the monthly close, you will see that it grabbed this kind of liquidity for a bigger move in one direction here. Now if you look at the weekly here, that's a different kind of price action that you can see on the weekly, which where the market opened with a gap and has shown this weekly impulse back to the upside. On a single 2 days here, we can see the market has moved almost to 11,146 point, right? So which is pretty big move on 2 days trading. So if you look at the daily, you can see that huge volatility has come on the daily perspective. Now today's market has gone up again and then rejected back again below here. Now with the monthly close, we need to look at is, as the monthly close coming, is this daily move is a break of structure for a deeper liquidity grab and then bouncing back up. In that case, you could see again returning to the major direction of the trend. So that being said, we are looking at the 4-hour chart here. 4-hour candlestick pattern, there was a massive drop here with a bigger long wick candle. Now this breakdown could lead the price to drop well below, or we might see the rejection back here. Some of the levels that I'm looking at for this market to go ahead and potentially to retest is, one of the level is 3842 level. Even the market potentially remaining bearish, we could see that a stronger move back again, potentially to grab again more fuel for this momentum. So that means, are you going to see a lower time frame bullish trend here? What's your thought on that? You can cast a vote on the to understand. Welcome. Looks like a sharp drop with trading back up, but then at the same time it is so overextended it may drop further. Very good insight. So it is overextended. That means when the market breaks the support, that daily support, if you look at, you can see this is the daily support, and that daily support has completely broken below. And with that break of this daily support, the market may potentially, if you look at here, you can see it's a complete break below, and with that breakdown, the market has completely now below the support level. And with that support level, the price potentially to revert again back here. So from the 4-hour chart here, that you can see the price has from this high here dropped down to that low, which is one single drop back below, and that is here the market tested the 20 EMA, and then from this 20 EMA we see that pull back again back to the upside here in this market. So looking at this lower time frame where the market is potentially showing that trend here, that we're expecting the price to this is key support level, and in that key support level, what we can expect here, the market to potentially to reject back, or with this consolidation to drop down again. Which one to play out, we will see from the price action confirmation. The market is still can go back up for deeper pullback in this drop. We see there was a massive drop here. Now this drop could entirely be a liquidity grab. This is also a higher probability because there is a monthly close coming, and with that monthly close, if you look at, this is the monthly close, and in that monthly close the price has dropped down here to the lowest level possible in that area, and the market is the way the market structure is forming here, I think is still probability for some upside bias on the lower time frame is still possible until we see that this structure has broken down in that direction. There is a less volatility at the moment, as coming up 12 p.m. there is a high impact news coming, and that high impact news that we can see coming up could be a very important price action that we can see in that area. So that is where you can see the price in that area, showing that this is where the price action currently, this is the intraday support, and in that intraday support 4-hour move was a very strong breakdown. If you look at from this high here, this is a significant massive breakdown here, and with that breakdown the market has dropped to that support and potentially could return back again to the upside to create a new higher. This is what we were looking at for a move back again, if this price not being able to break that high. But I think it could bounce up to at least to 3842 and then could reject back again, because this is also the daily resistance line here. There is a daily resistance level that you can see here, and from the daily resistance the market could return again back below here in that direction. What's your thought on that area, guys? Let me know in the live chat how you are doing with that. Welcome. And that's where we can see the market is having that the directional bias here in that area. So with this movement, there's an inverted head and shoulder breakout pullback. The market is maintaining this series of higher high and higher low, which is in an uptrending market structure. Now in that uptrend, expecting the price to break out and then to trend back up here to create a new higher high in this market. Once we see that a clean bullish confirmation, we can look for short-term trading opportunity in that area for this potential upside bias. This is here we saw there was a, this is the 5-minute chart, there was a liquidity sweep. The market has broken above with a consolidation pattern, and it's now breaking back to the upside to create a new higher high in that area. Welcome back to this live session. Now, as the market has tested this very important key support level, there is a potential deeper pullback that we can expect in this 4-hour time frame. This is the 4-hour drop that you can see, and if we look at the 15 minutes and the lower time frame, we can see this is the 15 minutes move. The market has dropped, and this is pretty big drop that you can see, and then the price started to again trend back here upside in that direction, and that trend here, which is maintaining an uptrending market structure, and in that uptrending market structure the price is pushing back here to the key level of resistance in that area. That being said, traders, hope that you are enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Maintaining a typical uptrending market structure here on gold, and we see that lower time frame market trend is up here. Here is the price is maintaining this move here to the upside to create a new higher high, and would like to see it's first breaking that resistance line, and once the market managed to break that resistance line, we will be looking into that entry. We see some upside here going on, which is needed to see that the price is showing that momentum back above. If it managed to break this resistance, it could lead the price back above here to the neckline. What I think this even could be the monthly liquidity grab. That means before the monthly close, the market done a pullback, so that with the new monthly open again, the price can push up to the direction of the trend again for a bigger move. Welcome. So this dollar yen trying to form a market structure here. I think dollar yen, we have seen there was a sharp drop on dollar yen, and now the market on a pullback, and dollar yen could potentially what I think here to be potentially it's a bear market. It's now trying to push back up here for, I think, for a deeper liquidity gap. Could be the dollar yen to remain bearish here for long term perspective in this market. Gold is trying to break above here again to the major direction of the trend, where you can see the price is showing up that momentum. we see that there is a liquidity sweep and the price is trying to here pull back to the upside with a one single momentum, and that's what you can see the market is maintaining this uptrending market structure here, and that is what you can see the price is showing up that possible upside momentum. And if the price is managed to break that high here, but I think that we might see there is a massive fair value gap, could push that price back again to the daily resistance line. Now daily resistance is very important. Here we are looking at the market to show that trend, which is the most important part of our trading strategy, that to trade with the trend. And there is a breakdown. Once we see the market confirmed and potential uptrend here, we can look for that buying opportunity here in this market. So this is where there is a 50 minutes candle closing, and this candle closing that you can see here, this is potentially a bearish price action here that's showing up in that area. We see locally some bearish price action coming up. So is the market coming back again to this support level? Or it's getting back again on foot to the upside. So there is a breakup structure that you can see here, and that might bring the price Okay, so if it is a, if you look at here, you can see if it is a fake drop here, then you could see the trend continuation back up here in this market, which is showing that potentially upside momentum. Welcome for the NY session. Do you think price will move up 3860 area again? Now with the NY session, as news coming, if you can see that here on the lower time frame, if you look at the 5 minutes on gold, the market is, whenever it is breaking down, you see these are the key support level on the lower time frame. whenever it is breaking down, the bulls buying that market because it's a long-term bull market. That means that in this area here, in that zone, the market structure is bullish and the buyers is interested to buy the market from that area, right? So which is a very key point that we can note down when we are entering into the trade in those areas. Because how do you see that a big red candle drop, right? That red candle is, most trader might think that, okay, this is where there is a breakdown, and we saw that on the 15 minutes there is a bearish candle formation, and then immediately the bulls pushing that price back above, right? So as the market structure is showing that potentially the trend continuation back to the upside here, because the market structure is showing that the market is going to be bullish in that area, we could see the price to continue to trend back here to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. So that being said, here as the market trend is up, we are looking for a confirmation that the price to go back up any of these key level of resistance line in those areas. Are you getting my point, guys? So that means once we see the price here, it maintained multiple times the liquidity sweep. And looking at the 30 minutes, we are almost nearing to the 1 hour candle close coming in few minutes, which is not being able to break that low. That means it is a potentially a bullish price action showing up in this session here. So 15 minutes also showing that the market structure to be potentially upside. Now from the 5 minutes perspective here, this is a support level. This next candle is closing as a bullish after this breakdown, where we can see the market to trend here back in that area. There is a 20 EMA on the 30 minutes coming up, so the price even could bounce off that level to this 20 EMA on the 30 minutes chart here in this market, and that is where the support that the market is. Okay, you can see it has broken that above that level with this momentum. Getting the rejection back above. So as we discussed, the price may potentially going back up here to this previous support, which is turning resistance in that area. Welcome. Now, where we can find that entry for this potential move, that will determine by the current trend direction. So if you look at the daily market again, we saw that there was a, once the market opened, if you guys look at the previous daily price section, previous daily price is, we have seen there was a gap open, which is the first candle during the trading week, and the price action will tell you always a story. There are three most important part of the market that I look at when I open each position, is to see the market structure for the directional bias, and then looking at the price action for entry based on liquidity. And when the candlestick pattern, if you look at that, I consider those candlestick pattern as like a human being, right? So if you look at sports, let's say you went to the watching soccer or any kind of sports, that you see the red team, green team, and considering like a sports will give you an additional edge in trading. The reason is, if you look at the overall, the market, if you compare it with the any traditional business, that you will find that it's very different than sports. Very different, because if you go to the supermarket, let's say you want to buy something, that you're going to look for where the market or the price is low for buying. In trading is the other way around. That's why trading sometimes become difficult for some people to understand, that it comes with counterintuitive approach as a trader. Now, intuition is very important when it comes down to trading, because we know that the market structure, liquidity, price action, other factors, okay, where the market in terms of EMS, how far the price has reached from 10 EMA, to understand that the extent of the market, also understanding that in terms of intuition, right? That what's your intuition tells in a certain market, and that develops from the experience, right? So experience is very important to develop a good intuition in trading, and trading is counterintuitive. So what is in fact an intuition? Let's understand that. Have you ever seen that if you throw a stone, okay, at around 45-degree angle, which is the most efficient way you can throw something to go to the highest distance, which is sometimes called the parabola. So if you look at, if you throw a stone, the intuition, without even throwing, you know that what will be the pathway for the stone, right? Something like that, right? It's a parabola, semicircular. The stone will go up, and then slowly, due to the gravity, will fall down to the ground, right? That's the intuitive, right? This is the intuitive way of doing something, because we know that from very early that if you throw something little heavy, it's gonna be like that. Now, have you ever think that, okay, if you throw something, it's gone up and it's never come back, right? That's counterintuitive, but it's possible, right? How do you do that? Throw it with a escape velocity that can escape the gravity of the earth, then it's gonna go to the space and not coming back anymore. So that's counterintuitive. So if you look at here, the market, the trading is very much counterintuitive. That means we can't always buy from the low. Buy from the breakup structure. There is old school saying that buy from higher high, sell from lower low. That also doesn't work, because if you buy from the higher high, more often you see that you trigger a false breakout and then returning back again below. So that means if you look at a trend creating a series of higher high and higher low, more often traders see the trend when it's at the top, and as soon as you bought, after going a little bit, you'll see the market drop back again. How many times it happened to you? You can share your experience. It's a very common phenomenon. It's because we buy from the higher high or from the lower low. If you buy from the higher high, also you'll see that more often the market will not go in your favor. If you buy from the lower low, you're gonna face the same kind of difficulty. So where is the optimal point to buy, and what is the best point to sell? Let's understand it. This is gonna change your trading completely, the way you look at the market. So let's see that where should you buy and where should you sell. Do you have an idea? Where should you buy? What level you should be buying, or in what area, in what context you should be buying the market? How many of you have an understanding about it? Welcome from 3798. Welcome. Okay, so buying from the market structure, when the market specifically break from the structure is where the buying, and that is the best area to buy, because when the market breaks from the structure, that's how you can understand how the smart money trading the market. Now look at here in this market, let's say this gold market here. How does the price action has built up that momentum here? If you look at closely, what do you see? That here's some running trade here. You see, this is a breakup structure. This is what the buy area, a breakup structure, and then the market has broken above. Now it's on a higher high. We are not going to buy from a higher high as we have discussed previously. The possibility for this market now to revert back again to the upside. If you look at here, you can see this is the 4-hour move. Since the candle open, it's just trying to push back above. Now, the current candle closing in how many minutes we have? 1 hour, right? This is the 1 hour candle close here. And third hour, we saw there was slowly movement back to the upside in that market. So what we can see here, this market from the 4-hour resistance, so to see where the price is heading to. Now, lower time frame price action that I'm looking at on gold, guys, this is where there was a overextension back to the upside, and we are seeing that 1 hour later coming up Xauusd job opening. So that's Xauusd job opening is where there is a possibility for a trend in this market. And has crossed that previous session's level and trying to continue to back up in that area that you can see. We're going to see a trend continuation or break down below back again to the support level. Okay, so from the support level, the price slowly trying to build that momentum back above, and at the same time we see there was a break of structure here. And what I think here, the market may potentially to here from the 4-hour level, as there is a candle close coming, it might potentially drop down here for another retest. What do you think? That I think the market potentially come back here for another retest. That is where the price either could bounce off or even come back down for a deeper drop in this market. So therefore lower time frame price action here might remain potentially, as there is a Xauusd job opening coming. We may see some movement here. Now that move could be that the price breaking from the structure is still maintaining this trend. We'll be waiting to see the final movement to see where the price in fact heading with this move here. We are looking at here from this level, the price to move up to create a potentially new higher high here. So you see there was a consolidation pattern, and with that consolidation pattern, the market possibly to revert back again to the upside here in this market, or dropping down with a head and shoulder pattern formation. Okay, so there is a lower time frame bearish market structure here, and that price action that's showing up here could retest again back below to the support level. So this is the 4-hour market structure that you can see. From here the market has dropped back below, and with that drop down on the 4-hour chart, the price has dropped back to that support level, expecting the market to potentially return back again to the upside here in this market. And Are you going to see a breakout here? Let's wait for the market to show up in that direction. That you can see the price is currently again having a rejection from this level. And if we look at the 4 hour again, that you can see from this support level has got that bounce above this level. And if we look at the 1 hour here, the lower time frame price action from the 1 hour perspective, whenever dropping down here, there is some pressure coming, and as job opening coming, if the market spike back to the upside here, then there is a huge fair value gap that you can see in this market. This is a massive fair value gap from that level, which has shown the price has to move above in that area. So that is where, as there is a fair value gap, we can expect the market to cross that zone here to close that imbalance and then to come back here in that market. Now it is liquidity trigger here in that area. This is a massive liquidity trigger that we have seen from this breakup structure, and where there was a move, breakup structure, move. So 2 times we have seen that breakup structure here in that area, and it's now building that momentum again back above. Welcome. USD/JPY is in a downtrend that we can see here, and the price has dropped to this order block. It is still maintaining the downtrending market structure on dollar yen, and we could see the price to potentially trend back down in that area on dollar yen, where gold, that we can see the price on gold is on an currently the bigger trend on gold. High-cost trend is bullish or bearish or bullish on gold or on dollar yen. That's the vital question, right? Is the trend bullish or bearish on gold? What was the previous 47 board? Gold is now on gold now. Change of trend, liquidity gap. 75% think that liquidity gap. Let's start another poll on to understand, is the gold trend is bullish or bearish? As there is a coming up NFP Xauusd job opening. This is NFP week. So with the Xauusd job opening, is the market having a spike back to the upside, or it's breaking below again? So with the trend, what's your thought on trend? What's your opinion on gold trend? Okay, so here is the market. It is always bull. So it cast a board to see. We can see that. What's your thought on gold? Is it bullish or bearish? So I have posted a poll here to understand that what the market is doing. Dollar yen moving up for pullback. While gold is showing that the market potentially to trend here in that area, and now with this movement, as the market from this high is trying to drop back again below to this support level, where the 4-hour candle close coming, and we can see that we have initially, once this market open, if you guys look at it, you can see from here it bounced back above, and the next candle, that 4-hour coming, are you going to see that continuation back above again to create a higher high, or we will see the market to drop down here? Now daily chart is bullish, daily market structure, and potentially this market highly likely you could see the price to go back again to the major direction of the trend, or we will see that drop until we see the directional bias is confirmed. We could see the market is ranging here in that area, and for us to enter, would like to see the price has tested this key support level. Here is an important support level that you can see the market is trying to move that up here, and This is a range market here in that area, and the market is breaking out of the structure here, and where this is in an unpredictable area here at the moment. We would like to see the market is showing up, and then we can enter into the trade. Here's the market structure showing that there is a structure, and as 1 hour close coming in 30 minutes. Also there is coming Xauusd job opening. We will be covering that full news announcement, as that the data coming for Xauusd job opening could be a bigger market mover here in this area. So here in this lower time frame, guys, you can see the market structure showing that this is a stronger bear market in that area, where there is a potential break below in this area. So we can see the price is showing up here, and Okay, so it's trying to break below again in that area. So we are seeing that the candle close coming on the lower time frame with a slowly here in that area some bearish move, and with the 4-hour candle close, guys, as we are almost nearing to the session's close, what we see that once the price open here, there wasn't any pullback here, and from here you saw that the market has bounced off that level. Now if this candle, the next one is opening and then potentially moving back up to the resistance line, as there is a high liquidity in that area. So and this is a long term. If we look at here from the bigger picture perspective, if you look at the daily and the higher time frame, it's a long term bull market. Now in that long term bull market, we saw that early there was a strong breakup structure, and that breakup structure has given a momentum in that market that has gained liquidity and the fuel of that market. So currently what you can see, the price slowly trying to build that momentum back again, and whenever coming below, we see there is a strong rejection back again to the major direction of the trend. Coming up in few minutes, job opening. Do you think the spike up or a spike down? The way the market is structured forming the 4-hour, that I think the price to be potentially upside here. Potentially, but it still not show directionally. Until we are showed directionally, we will not be entering into the trade, and we want to see that the market is showing that directional bias for us to get an entry in this market. So if you look at the 1-hour price action here, we can see that it's showing that the possibility for the market to break above here in that zone. So lower time frame price action showing that the market structure is from here getting reaction back above. If it is breaking out, then we could see that straight going back up here. There is a fair value gap in that area. Now with a multiple liquidity trigger in that area, the market is maintaining that uptrending market structure, where we see the price is showing up, that we could see the price to go back up here to create a new higher high in this market. All right, so dollar yen started to drop down here with a multiple liquidity gap, as we have seen that this market is showing that bearish as coming up news, and we could look for short-term selling opportunity here on dollar yen. You guys ready for a quick entry on dollar yen that the market is possibly showing that downside, and it's gonna be very smaller move. Dollar yen showing that bearish momentum, so you could see the market to drop down here. This is a very smaller move, other you could see that to sell from that level, as the price, what I think, could drop back below in that area. And we see there is a bounce in that area which may lead the price back above, and there's a gap open as well, so you could see the price to break that high as Xauusd opening coming. What we are looking at here, guys, is a directional bias, and spike could bring that price back above here in that zone. So you see significant bullish market structure. So 4-hour price action showing that bullish impulse. As with the Xauusd opening, we might see further upside to the daily resistance line. Welcome back to this live session here. We are looking for potential entry in the major direction of the trend, and with the important support on this market, the price from the gold higher time frame perspective, we can see that after the 4-hour break below to this key support level, the market started to trend again back above, and this trend may potentially continue to go back up here to this previous support, which is turning resistance in that area. Market is trying to break above below from that level. As job opening coming in 15 minutes time, we would see the spike back above here, as this is currently in an uptrend 4-hour perspective, also showing that the market trend is bullish in this area. Welcome. Breaking below, then upside. We see there is a significant bullish momentum in that area, which showing the market potentially to remain upside here. And with the job opening, what we could see the market to, what I think this 4-hour trend may continue back above, because there is a significant bullish price section that we can see it has gained, and in that bullish market the price is heading back to the upside, and we could see this market continue to trend in that direction here to create a new higher high in this market. So a few more minutes to go for the news to come up here, and the market is almost to the daily resistance line. getting here back above. We have only 10 minutes to go for the Xauusd job opening coming, and with that news we are looking to enter the trade with risk management here. So looking to see the market to retest and then to reject back again below in that area. So to see the market showing up here, that the price to give us that entry. The market structure showing significantly bullish in that area, that is driving that price back above. As we discussed, that this is the 4-hour candle close coming, and with the spike, the possibility for the market to bounce back to that level is higher. And we have 10 minutes to go for the news, and also there is a 4-hour candle close coming along with it. So potential spike here is as the long-term trend is up, so potential spike is up, that you could see the price to, there's a fair value gap. So how we can enter is to wait for the data to come up, and once the market settle, we can look for that entry opportunity in this market. We're going to see the market trend is currently showing that upside bias, and come on, here we see the price action is bullish, and we have 7 minutes to go for the news to come up. With the news spike, it potentially could bounce off that level to this daily resistance. You can see the market on the daily resistance line, and as the price has broken the past below here, we could see the price to go back up here, potentially to have another rejection. As if we look at the overall picture in the market here, this is significantly bullish market, and monthly close coming, which could lead the market to potentially continue to trend back here to create a new higher high. So looking at 5 minutes as well, you can see that this is also strongly sharply bull market here. So we had some past trade potentially to fill in that area, and I think bias of market has been changed. I mean bullish to bearish. I think possibly retracement up to 3832, then bearish momentum continues. What do you think? So the market structure here, the sentiment is still bullish, right? As Georgia opening coming, we can see that the buyers has bought this market significantly back to the upside, and because it's a still bullish market, if the spike come here to retest that low, as there will be a new 4-hour candle close coming, potentially you could see the market to trend here to the major direction, and that is where you're looking to see the market to possibly bounce off that level. We have 4 minutes to go for the news to come up, and we have 3 minutes to go for the news to come up, and once the data is coming, we could see a bit more clearer directional bias. Either this market is going back up or it's coming back down. So as the way the market is taken so far, we have seen here it's a bull market at the moment, and that means that major direction is still playing out. As if you look at the daily market, you can see it is a bullish market structure. Therefore, lower time frame price action that you can see here, will be waiting for the price to have an upside bias in that market. So looking at the lower time frame that you can see here, this is a support level where from this support the market expecting to have an upside bias. So if the market testing the support and getting that reaction back above, we can look for entry after the price settle down after the price action confirmation here in that market. Welcome guys. We have 1 minute to go. Do you think there is spike coming down or up? I think we could see potential retest, and as 4-hour market structure is bullish, so we could see that potential trend continuation here. What kind of data is showing up here? The projection was 7.19 million. So what kind of data? 7.23, higher than the expected. So how does that has an impact on DXY? Has given an initial bounce in that area. So you see initial bounce here in that area on job one. Looking at here on dollar yen, that has rejected back below, where gold is potentially pushing back up again from that zone with another bullish price action. So 4-hour chart, as we discussed, this market potentially to be bullish as from the 10 EMA. From the 4-hour, that we can see the price is getting rejection. So we can look for potential bullish entry, but first of all, we'd like to see the market has tested properly here. And if we look at daily, also the price is approaching the daily resistance line. Dollar yen price action showing bearish in that area. It is also in a bear market that you can see on dollar yen. Okay, so gold has with the job opening has shown upside bias here in this market. This is the 5 minutes candle closing in few minutes, and would like to see that another retest of this support here on gold, and that's where you can look for an entry. There's a gap open here. The market left an imbalance in this area. Current volatility is higher on gold, which is quite a few pip. Looking for an entry to see a possible directional move, and alright, so the candle open with a bullish impulse back to the upside on gold, which is also manifesting on dollar yen as a bearish price action as DXY. If DXY is getting weaker, gold is bullish, and dollar yen also reflecting the same way. Here's the move on the 15-minute chart on gold, has shown a stronger bullish confirmation here in that area. It's moving back above here in that area, which is showing that the market may continue to rise up in the major direction. So there's a fair value gap here. So it's moving in that direction with without any pullback. So for us to enter, we need now a level, as we discussed that this is the 4-hour price action where the market has tested this 10 EM and got rejection. I think the price potentially could go back up here to create a new higher high in that market. So from the lower time frame here, that you can see the market is maintaining that market structure, and so to enter here now, we need to see the market has pulled back to the level. This is the 1-hour price action, and looking for the market to come back to this 1-hour support. And from that 1-hour support, we're looking at the market to return again back above. dollar yen as well showing complete breakup structure, while gold is has broken out completely upside here. And as with the long-term trend continuation here on gold, it's a complete breakout, and that's where you're looking to see the price has completely gone above to that level, which is showing that complete bullish price action here, and looking for the market to potentially trend and retest that previous resistance, which is turning support, and then to trend again back to the upside here in this market. So that being said, we'll be waiting for the market to show up our entry with a pullback in that area. And as we discussed, guys, that this is with the candle close to be bullish, we see that impulse. Now, for us to get an entry, now what we need here, the structure it has built, we need to see that has broken from that structure. As you can see, it's a now established uptrend. This is what we're looking at in this market to show that it has established as an uptrend. Because it has established an uptrend, looking at the 1 minute chart, you can see it's big move, and what we will be waiting for a break of structure and then to entry to possibly to back above to this new higher high, even to create a new higher high, as this breakdown that we have seen here was a monthly liquidity gap, and from that monthly liquidity gap, as the price started to return back again, we could see immediately going back up to hit that level to create a new higher high. From the daily, we can see the price has just crossed the daily high, expecting the market to go up, and along the way, any drop back now to this lower time frame support level is our entry. That being said, guys, it was a great session with all of you. We were waiting for an entry. Still, we have sessions to go on dollar yen as well. I'm looking for an entry. We might see that here in dollar yen as well, the market to trend back down here. So here is we can see the market is moving back above and waiting for an entry opportunity in this market. As soon as we will find suitable entry, we'll be looking to go long with a high probability trade setup, waiting for an entry on a breakup structure. And I will be posting an update in few hours time, so you guys can know that what I'm looking at here, and if there's any trade also I'm going to share in the group. So if you want to explore more, also stay connected by joining the Telegram. You can find link below this video for more updated education as well as analysis like that. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you again very soon trading live. Until that, stay well, stay happy.